if you're trying to become successful, if you're trying to to be successful in terms of making more money, quitting drinking, trying to be more healthy, trying to be a better spouse, better boyfriend, trying to be better to yourself, it's very, very simple. The goal initially is very simple, and it is simply just doing the hard work. That's all it is. So, the hard work of sitting down initially, being introspective, taking pen to paper, and just laying out your thoughts on identifying what is wrong, what is it that you're trying to fix, and then figuring out what are those solutions. In my case, as in it is for you, it's realizing that you're fat, you're disgusting, you don't like the way you look, you're unhappy with yourself, and you want to make that change. So when you realize you're not that great of a spouse, you might have a drinking problem or alcohol problem, whatever, drug problem, you're not very motivated at work or anything like that, and you realize that just deep down inside you're not happy with yourself, and you're just trying to you're trying to block the ability to look into yourself and identifying that problem. You're doing that by distracting yourself with alcohol, with video games, with movies, with being in a shitty relationship, and or making a good relationship a shitty one. You're just distracting yourself. So doing the hard work of actually sitting down and identifying what are those problems, and then getting to work on those problems. The hard work is the goal. That's what it is initially. I'm not saying that you have to have a goal of, I'm going to go get myself in shape. I'm going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and work out every day. I'm going to quit drinking. That's not your goal. Your goal is doing that hard work first. Just getting to the hard work. So you don't have to have a goal of, I'm going to become a bodybuilder by going to the gym at 4 a.m. You can just have the goal of doing the hard thing of getting up at 4 a.m. That's hard enough. If you can make that your goal, just to get up at 4 a.m., that's hard enough. If you can get up and get to the gym at 4 a.m., then that's great. But that's the hard work. Getting to the gym and then, working out at your own pace. You're not going to start, if you haven't been to the gym in 5-10 years, you're not going to go and start working out hard, because if you do, you're just going to hurt yourself. But doing the hard work of figuring out what is the right kind of workout plan that you have to follow, what kind of diet are you going to follow, that stuff is the hard stuff. That's the hard work. What is hardest for you, that's the hard work. In my case, I don't know, after now about a year of working out consistently, 4 a.m. wake ups, that's become easy for me now. But it's become easier. It's still hard, but it's become easier. The hard work for me now is actually just getting my diet on point. That's harder than anything. I love snacking. I love cookies. I love, eating like shit. Eating way too much dressing or sauces with my chicken and things like that. That's hard. So if I focus on what is hard for me, I will have massive improvement. So I'm working on it. I got the muscles continuing to grow, but now I have to focus on the hard work of actually being very, not just disciplined about my diet, but consistent with my diet. That's the hardest thing now. So let's see where we're gonna go from here. So just remember that once you climb to the top of the mountain, you're gonna see that there's more mountains behind it. The hard work never ends. So once you resign yourself to that fact and you realize that that's just the reality of it, you can get to work. So good luck. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comments below. Thank you.